All right, we're going to do a quick campground review of Cypress Creek Nature Preserve. We came in from that direction. The gate where you have to get the gate code for is down that direction, about maybe a quarter mile to a half a mile at the longest. So as you're coming in, there are some decent sized potholes, but nothing that should stop you from getting back here for sure. You're going to come up to this fork in the road after about a quarter to a half a mile, and you're going to go left for the equestrian camping or right for the primitive. So you got to make sure that you know which one you have reserved for. So we are going to first go over to the equestrian side and give you a rundown of that. This entrance to the left of the fork goes back to 5 sites back in the equestrian side. Now, these sites are more shaded, but definitely more big rig friendly. There's really no issues with clearance through most all of this side of the campground. Again, there are 5 sites back here. Be advised that they're a little bit of a maze. You really probably, once you pull in and get back to the camping space, you should probably just get out of your car and go assess the different locations that have fire rings, because they're kind of spread out amongst this area back here, and you're kind of driving around some trees and some palm brush and things like that, you really need to kind of assess which direction you're going to take to get back to the site that you want. Again, you have to reserve these in advance, and it is a first come first serve basis on site. You can't pick a specific site. There are no site numbers. So again, the equestrian side, which allows camping even without horse trailers, etc., has 5 sites. There is a porta-john back here, as well as kind of a covered picnic table area that is for community use. And then most sites back here have their own picnic table. One of the things that I noticed on the site that we're on, which is the primitive site, and you'll see that at the second half of this video, is that the picnic tables are chained and cemented to the ground, so there's not a lot of moving them around anywhere to be able to maneuver your rig or anything. So keep that in mind as you pull back here and pick your site. The picnic tables are chained to the ground. All right, we'll be back once we get back. Okay, as you pull in to the campground area, you're going to see off to the left here is where the porta-john is. Obviously, you can get large Class A back here, no issues. We're going to turn immediately to the right and take you over to this camp space. There's some potential clearance issues right here. These branches are pretty low, but if you go over here to the left of the tree, you can come around if you're worried about that with the height of your rig. So I imagine what most people do is they come around this tree right here and pull in there if they've got a travel trailer or a Class B or something like that, and they face their awning side over here on the what is the right on the camera, and that would allow you to pull through right here to leave and go around that tree. So this is over there is where we came in, make a loop around that tree, come back through here and park. Now as you come around here, again, this is why you're best to get out of the car and walk around first to figure out what is the best space for you. There is obviously a picnic table under this tree. though it doesn't look like that one's chained down. Here is the pavilion area that allows you kind of community access and stay out of the sun. The porta-john is right over in that direction, so if you come through there, you can come right through here and park here if you wanted. There is a community fire pit. Then, again, obviously you're not going to drive underneath that pavilion, but I'll show you the other campsites. I'm not sure you could park right in here. Again, there might be some clearance issues if you're not in a van or something like that. This morning, this area over here to the right had a camper in it, and it was probably a 30-foot travel trailer. And they came in and parked it going this direction, as you're seeing, with their awning facing that direction. And there's the fire pit for that one. Or over here, and again, I'm not going to walk through this entire maze to show you everything, but you get a general idea. You could pull through here, make a loop, and park right here with your awning probably over on the right near the fire pit. That's a nice spot. That's probably the only spot back here that's going to get constant sun. Again, there's shade on it right now, but that's going to be your best solar site, I imagine. Again, maybe you can move these picnic tables. Let me see. Yes, actually you can, so that makes things a lot easier back here. So that's the site I just showed you. If you come through here, you could probably pull through and park right here, have access to this fire pit and that view, which again is very peaceful. It's very quiet. This is the middle of December of 2020, so it's about 82 degrees here today. It's beautiful. As you can see, kind of coming back out through here, this is the exit. Right there's the porta-john where we came in at, and then the Class A is parked right there. So there's really a lot of different directions you can go once you enter this camping area. It's just a matter of getting out and walking it first to figure out what's best for your vehicle. Again, that's 5 sites. This is the equestrian side. From all the reviews I've seen, there tends to be a lot of availability over here and not a lot of horse campers that are renting that space. So it's open to RVs of any size. Again, if you have a big rig, this is the side that you want to be on. The other spot, the primitive side, you're going to have some significant clearance issues if you're above about 10 feet. All right, I'll come back to you here in a minute once we get back to the... Okay, we're back. This time we're going to go to the primitive side. So you take a right at the fork in the road, and over here we're going to have 3 campsites. Now, this area has some height clearance issues, as you will see. There is a porta-john over here as well. Fairly good condition, can't complain, though we're not really needing to use it. I did check it out. There are only 2 fire rings, but you can see where the third one, people have built fires, and so I imagine it's not an issue if you use that spot, which is actually the spot we're in. All right, so just past the sign, not 100 feet, you're going to see the road goes on, but on the right is the actual campground. So when you come in here, you're going to see this is the entrance. Now, this large tree here is the one that creates some issues. Most people, I imagine, go this direction. You're going to have some clearance issues right here with this, though it's not, it's not super significant, but it is going to definitely hit the roof of anything over about 10 feet. And then you come out into this area here. Basically, you have 3 campsites. 1, 2, 3 over in this area. Again, this side is first come, first serve, as long as you have a reservation. If you come around and stay to the right here, you're going to see there's some clearance issues with this tree as well. Not to mention it leans, so you're going to have to be very careful if you've got a larger rig. So here are the 3 sites. This side's definitely going to get more solar if you're needing solar, but you're going to need to have a smaller rig. Campsite number 3, as I'm calling it, though there are no numbers, is right there. I imagine you can probably park right over here. Long ways, I guess, doesn't matter. Under the tree if you've got a small, you know, van or something like that. Pop-up perhaps. Campsite number 2, right here. Again, this, well, it looks like you can move these picnic tables. Ours over here in our spot is not movable. So apparently it's just that one in this side. And then spot number 3, or sorry, spot number 1 is this one. It's a very large spot. There's campfire space right there by the solar panels, as well as back there behind the picnic table. So that is a campground review of Cypress Creek Nature Preserve. Again, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It'll get YouTube to kick it on to the algorithm for other viewers, and I have other campsite reviews already completed and some that are coming in the future. All right, thanks everyone.